Welcome to Tales of Arda, where we discuss and explore Middle-earth. Throughout Gondor's long and glorious history, the most consistent foes of the southern Numenorean realm in exile was the Easterlings and their allies. In this video we will cover all the attacks of the Easterling in as early as 490 of the Third Age. Various tribes of the Easterlings were raiding parts of Gondor. This was during the reign of King Osterher, and his successor Remendakil I, whose name means East Victor, which is appropriate as he defeated the Easterling invasion of 500. Unfortunately for him, he was later slain by Easterlings in 541, but the next king, Turumbar, defeated the Easterlings. And for many years Gondor was not troubled by any eastern raids. However, peace would not last, as a couple centuries later, in around 1050, which is the beginning of Gondor's golden age, the Easterlings once again mounted and assaulted against the then 15th king of Gondor, Yarmindakil I. And now we come to the most severe and important attacks of the Easterlings, the Wainriders, who attacked parts of Rhovanion in 1856 of the Third Age. At their attack, the Northmen of Rhovanion, the later Rohirrim, and the armies of Gondor led by Narmakil, the second king of Gondor, and Marhari, the leader of the Northmen. This, however, ended disasters for the combined army of Gondor and the Northmen, as both their leaders were killed. As a result of Marhia's death, the remaining Northmen fled to Eotheod in the vales of the Anduin. Around 40 years later, the son of the late Marhari, Marhwini, warned the son of Narmakil, Kalimektar, about the possibility of an invasion of Kilnardan by the Wainriders. The invasion came, but due to careful strategy by Gondor and the help of the riders sent by Marhwini of Eotheod, the west prevailed and the Wainriders were drove back to the east. Nearly a century later, the Wainriders returned, this time with allies from the south. The Haradrim, Eärnil, a relative of the then king Onderher, fled with the southern attack, but the unpredictable Wainriders moved faster than ever expected, and they soon overwhelmed the king and his army on the disaster of the Morannon. A swift charge of horsemen and chariots slew King Onderher and his oldest son Atramir, and then Minochtar, the sister son of the king, took the remaining Gondorian armies, and they slowly retreated to Caer Andros and then the direction of Minas Arnor. At this time, the same group of Eotheod riders was trapped in the dead marshes, and with them was Faramir, the younger son of Onderher, who was not permitted to fight, but disguised he took up arms anyway. Unfortunately, he was slain, and was Minochtar for the numbers of ferocity of the Wainriders in that battle was overwhelming. But in the end light did prevail, as in Gondor's greatest need, Eärnil, who had, unbeknownst to the Wainriders, recently defeated the southern Haradrim army and was now on his way to take back Gondor. And in the Battle of the Camp, the feasting Wainriders were annihilated by Eärnil's forces, and the remaining Gondorian soldiers were unprepared for Gondor's armies. The Wainriders were driven from the lands of Gondor and into the dead marshes. The Wainriders were no more a persistent foe to Gondor, defeated, and the last direct attack of the Easterlings on Gondor was the raid of the Balkoff, a fierce tribe of Easterlings who, during the reign of Cirion, the ruling steward, massed an army near the shores of the Anduin to take their shot at defeating Gondor. However, Cirion dispatched riders to seek the aid of the Eotheod, and only Borondir, out of the 6 messengers, came to Framsburg, the capital of Eotheod, and the king lived. And the plea for aid to the king of Erthiod, Earl the Young. Meanwhile, Cirion rode out with his army to face the Balkov. However, the Balkov already crossed the Anduin and at unawares assailed Cirion, and they were aided by orcs from the Misty Mountains. All hope seemed lost until the timely arrival of Earl the Young and his riders, annihilating the Balkov. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe.